this challenge, it's a username enumeration via different responses. Now this is the challenge that we would be attempting today. Now this is a username enumeration via different responses. Now this lab is vulnerable to username enumeration and password brute force attacks. Now it has an account with a predictable username and password, now which can be found in the following word lists. Now to solve this lab, they provided the word list for us. Now this is candidates username, candidates password. Now to solve this lab, enumerate a valid username, brute force this username password, then access their unique page. Now we'll go straight into it. Now we'll have to download the usernames and password. Now let us click on the username. Let's click on the username. Now okay, this is a list of the usernames. So first thing we are going to do is to copy these usernames. Now we are going to be copying this. We'll be copying the usernames. Sorry, this is okay. Yes, now we'll copy the username and we'll go to our terminal. On our Kali directory, we'll create a file. We'll create a new file. Let's call it username. Let's use mousepad. We'll create a new file called username.txt and we'll hit the enter. We are going to paste all the usernames that we have. Let me shift this. Now we have to do our Control S to save it, then close. Then we'll head over to the website and we'll do the same thing with the passwords. We are going to copy all these passwords. Now one of them here is correct, and we'll be demonstrating how to do brute force attacks using BURPSUITE. Now I've copied this and I am on my terminal and I'll just do the mousepad passwords. I'll create a new file called passwords.txt. Now hit the enter and we paste all our password and save this file. Now this is our BURPSUITE, but before we go into our Burp, we would go straight and access, and this is a blog. Now we want to log into this page. Now we would click on my account and we'll be taken to the login page. Now there's we need to input the login credentials, which is the username and the password. Now first thing I'll do when I see this, first thing first, I'm going to try, let's say test, or let's say admin. And admin, you try and understand the web application. To know how it works, so you would know how to exploit it. Now if you click on the login, we are getting invalid username. So we'll proceed. Let us head over to BURPSUITE. Now coming to BURPSUITE, sorry, this is the login page. This is our request. It's a post request. This is our request on the BURPSUITE application. Now from this request, from here we can see that we have our username as admin and the password admin. So since we are attempting a brute force attack, we'd have to send this request to the intruder. Now coming to the intruder, first of all we would be brute forcing for the username. If you come back to our page, we are getting invalid username. So let us first of all get a valid username, then see what happens when we get a valid username for us to log into. Now coming back to BURPSUITE, for the username part, we'll just highlight the admin and we'll click on add. Now we'll come over here to attach a payload. Remember, I created two text files, the username and the password text file. So we'll have to add one of those files. We'll add the username files. We'll add the username text file to this. And where is this file located? Now let's go to Kali. We have the username.txt here, and we'll open it. Now the usernames have loaded here. Usernames are all loaded. Now it is very, very simple as this. We'll just click on start attack, and you'd get this. You just click on OK. Now our attack has started. Now it's iterating through. It's still loading. It will be done soon. And once it's done, I would come back and show you if we would see if we've gotten the username, a legit username to log into this. Okay, attack is finished, and when brute forcing, you need to take cognizance of the length. Now you can see that for all the usernames here, you're getting the same length, 3352, 3352. So we are going to search for the one with a different length. So we go down and search for a username with a different length, and now we've gotten one. These are all 3352. If you go till the end, it's all 3352, but we've gotten this which is different. It has a different length, which is the 3354. Now the username here is alpha. Now if we open the request, we can see, okay, alpha is, this shows that alpha is indeed a user account on this website. Now if we go over to the response and we can even render it, and it's saying now incorrect password. It's when we imputed a wrong username and password, it was invalid or incorrect username. That was what we got. Now we've brute forced the username, and we've gotten a legit, we've gotten an accurate user account. Now we have to brute force for the password. So it is very easy. It is very easy. Now we'll go back to the request and we'll send this request to the intruder. Now coming to the intruder, the request is here. We have alpha as a valid username. Now we would come to the admin, this password here, and we'll click on the add, and we'll need to arm our payload. Now we'll have to load. Remember, we created two files for the username.txt and passwords.txt. Now let us go to our password file and open it. Now the passwords are all loaded. Now all we have to do is to start our attack to brute force for the correct password. Now it's loading, as we can see, and when it is done, we must have gotten the right password. Now brute force attack is finished on our passwords. Now we know that if once we impute the correct username and password, it would redirect us to another page, and there are we know about the HTTP response codes, the 200, the status codes, 200 status OK. We have the redirective, which is 302. So basically we can look at the length to actually detect the correct password, or we look at the status code. If we get the 302 status code, then we know that that is the correct password. Now coming down, we have to find the correct password. Okay, now we have this. Watch the length. The length is actually 187, and see the status code. All these other status codes are 200. Why this is 302? Now this is our error request. Alpha and Haley. Now if we come to the response, we cannot render the response right now, but let us confirm. Let us go back to our website and try to impute alpha and Haley. Now coming back to the page, we impute alpha and our password Haley, and once we enter login, once we hit login, voila, we have completed this lab successfully. We got the username, the correct username and password. So this is very easy. Follow, subscribe and share, and watch out for more videos.